Hi guys, how are y'all doing? Need to put on another set of nails. My last set was on for almost 3 weeks. I just never know when I always contemplate or try to decide which set I'm going to put on next, and that's my hardest thing about putting on these nails. These are 100% nail polish. 95% dry. So they go on like stickers, but they're not stickers. They are 100% nail polish. They're made in the USA. Color Street has been going on for almost 3 years. So this is a neat product. I'm going to show you how to put them on and see how they go. This is a set's called Helping Hearts. It is a foundation nail that Color Street has put out for the month of February. Each set of nails, $2 goes towards helping with heart issues, women's health and children's health. So this is a very important. I'm very proud of Color Street for doing this. I'm proud of their foundation nails. This is dear and near to my heart. My son was diagnosed with a congenital heart defect when he was born. He has a pacemaker that he had put in when he was 3 months old. I am constantly amazed with the progress with medical. My words are always tight. I forgive me for that. Anyway, I want to show you how to put these on. And as I said, if you're interested in buying these, you can buy them online for me, and I'll put the link below, or you can contact me directly. My online webpage is Tami'sPrettyNails.com. That's Tami'sPrettyNails.com. So anyway, let me show you how to put them on. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know. Okay, let's see how this goes, because I want to set the camera up and so that it can see what I'm doing. We'll see how it goes. Whoops, my camera's going to go all over the place. Okay. Let me look under here and see how it's set up. This is going to be crazy. I want to peek underneath every once in a while. Okay, what I'm putting on today is Healthy Heart, and it benefits the heart foundation. So that's what this is right here. This is Helping Heart. In the set, I don't like to pull the pull tab. I like to cut the tape. I don't know why, but I do. So these are 100% nail polish, 95% dry. They will dry out once they're open, so they either have to be resealed or used right away. Okay, and it comes with 16 strips. There's 2 of each of these. There's 2 sets of these. And then it comes with a cute nail file and a prep pad. Now, I usually do not use this prep pad because this is alcohol, and I feel like alcohol is drying on the nails. I hope I don't knock this over. So instead of that, what I usually do is I just wash my nails real well with Dawn dishwashing liquid, and I make sure I use a cuticle, no special tools with this, but a cuticle stick is nice to push back the cuticles. And even if you don't think you got a cuticle, it's good to use a cuticle stick in advance, because sometimes there's a little bit of an invisible cuticle, and sometimes there's debris at the edges of your nail, so I usually push that back. After taking off the last set, I noticed there was a little bit of the base coat of nail polish still on my nail, and when I did this, it kind of scraped that off, so that helps. It's probably a good idea to scrape that off and then rewash your nails. If your nails beds are really oily, or if you have products with nail products sticking to your nails, then it's probably a good idea to use the alcohol prep pad, but I usually don't. I do sometimes use that at the end to squeegee the nails back on. Okay, and these I hear there's 9 different ones of these. Y'all need to start collecting them. I know I don't have all of them, but there's supposedly 9 right now. I'm hoping they come out with more. They're cute. You know, we like to collect things. Anyway, there is a little tab here that you can tear this off, but you know how that stuff goes. They never tear off right. So I usually use scissors to cut it off. And then, if possible, I usually just pull out 1 strip of these. But since it's kind of hard, I want to go ahead and pull them both out so you can see them. See, there's, and they smell like nail polish. You can take them out and you definitely smell it. So there's 2 sets. Also, I'm going to have out here, this is Tiny and Shiny. I may not put it on now. This is a leftover set. This is a petite nail set, and it's just glittery and a little bit see-through. And I may put this on top of one of the nails. If you notice, it's about, the biggest set is about the same size as the second set of these. So if you want to use a petite set, just kind of gauge it by which size strips you use. But this is a good idea. Let me put it on the dark so you can kind of see it. See how the sizes they are. That way you can get a little comparison. I probably won't put these on here, but I just wanted to let you see it. Now, they are 100% nail polish, so they will start drying out. I put them back in the sleeve, and I have a food saver that I sealed it. If I did not do that, they will dry out. Even sealed, they're not, resealed, they're not guaranteed, but you can try to reuse them. But they're nice to kind of touch up a nail or to do some layering effects. But I use a food saver. You can also do like a hair straightener and seal the edge. Some people just put them in here and toss them in the freezer. But you do have to make sure they come into room temperature. If it's real cold in the house, you want to kind of warm your strips up with some body heat, maybe sit on them for a little bit, and you want your nail beds themselves to be warm. A lot of people will get one of those little rice bags and heat it up and put it on their nails or set it on your nails. And that's just if your house is cold. My house is pretty good right now. I always make sure the air conditioner is not blowing on me at the time because it makes a difference. But each strip is a different size. Some people put a strip that's right to the edge they want. I kind of undersize. It's just easier to put on and you don't see the edges anyway. But I do lay them out which strips I want on which nail. That way I won't pick up the wrong one. And I usually put the second size strip on my pointer finger. That's me. This nail is smaller than the others, than this nail. Some people, this nail is smaller. So I usually lay them out. So I'll do that one. And see, I want some hearts. So I'll do this one. And then I'll do some more hearts. And I'll do this one. I can either do hearts for one of these nails or I could do some more EKG strips. I'm not for sure. I think I'll do the hearts and have the pinky as the EKG strip. But anyway, that's what I'm going to do. Now, these strips my nails are short enough that I'm usually able to use one strip for 2 nails. So I'll usually do one pinky and then the other pinky to put it on. Okay, I'm hoping y'all can continue to see me. I'm gonna bring this a little bit closer this way. I use a paper towel here to put all my debris on. That way it's easy for cleanup. It just depends on what you want. There is a clear plastic right here that I take off. And then there's a little silver pull tab. And you pull that off. Now you can either just stick it on your finger. Sometimes I take that and put it right here. If they're real sticky, that makes it a little bit easier and you're not sticking on very much. You put it down by your cuticle, not on your cuticle. You want it completely on nail, not skin. You lay it down and I kind of go side to side. And then I use my thumbnail and perforate underneath my nail. Since my thumbnail is my main tool, I always do my thumbs last. And there you go. So then I'll take this other side. See, and that kind of keeps the stickiness off my finger by putting it on that strip. And then I pull off this tab and I put it on my other nail. And now if I put it down and it's quite not like what I want, if I haven't pressed down, I can 99% pick it back up and reposition it. And then I just kind of squish it over and I take the rest of it and kind of pull it over a little bit and use my thumbnail to perforate underneath. Now, if that hadn't cleaned off real well, I could take a nail file. I want to take one of my crystal nail files. They're supposed to be better for the nails. I'm not for sure. If I'm out and about, I'll use this. But you want to file down. You don't want to file up because even though they're 95% dry, they're still curing. So you don't want to lift it up. You want to let it settle down and dry. It takes about, they say about 30 minutes to an hour to finish drying. Okay, then I'm going to take this next one. And I actually think I want to change my mind. I want hearts. I don't want the plain one. So I'm going to do, this will be a little bit big, but I want to do another EKG strip, 2 hearts and another heart. So I'm going to do this one next on my ring finger. Take the clear plastic off. Y'all can cut out any time or keep watching. That way you can see the whole thing. And then take that silver tab and pull it. And make sure there's a shiny side and non-shiny side. You want to put the side that was sticking to it on it. Otherwise, it will stick more than you want. Put it down. And there it goes. I kind of go side to side. I use my thumbnail. I'll finish putting it on afterwards. Thumbnail and go underneath. I prefer the glitters and the nail arts. I don't think I've ever used any of the solids because I just like them. I have used the French tips a little bit, and but I do like the nail art or the solids. I mean, or the glitters. If you're a newbie at this, the glitters are more forgiving, and so a glitter, it seems to be easier to put on. A glitter art. Okay, let's see if this second portion, because that's a long nail. Let's see if this second portion is long enough to put on my other finger. I think it will be. My nails, I always used to have problems with my nails splitting and peeling. I still have that problem, but they always, mainly when I put nail polish on, I do not have that problem as much. No more than I do without polish with using this product. My nails do seem healthier. I do still take care of my nails. I make sure I put a cuticle oil on my nails or some type of moisturizer. Now, if you noticed over there, I did that and I didn't tell you. If it's kind of overlapping, you can use your thumbnail to kind of push it in and peel off any excess. I did that over there and I didn't even tell y'all. And if you happen to get it on the cuticle, you can use your thumbnail and kind of push back and peel that extra off and pull that off. I'm doing pretty good today.
Here's an answer from Amazon.
Sorry, I pushed my tablet keyboard and it came on. So Amazon has the answers. How about that? Alexa has the answers. Amazon has the answers. Oops, see, Alexa was speaking in the background. All this technology. Okay, now I'm going to do a heart. Yeah, I had a little bit extra right there. It's important to get it off the skin because if it's laying on the skin, it doesn't adhere well and the strip will lift up a little bit. So it's important to get all that extra off the skin. The clear plastic, pull the silver tab. I want to take that and push it right here and lay it down on by my cuticle, not on my cuticle. See, I place it down. I kind of don't like it, and I'll kind of look. I peek each side, and then I'll press. Now, some people, if they're real hard on their nails, will either do a double layer of strips on. That means instead of putting this other side on another nail, they might turn it around and put it on the same nail. That way they got 2 strips. And if you notice this, it got a little bit over. Sometimes just using that cuticle. You might hear my husband sleeping in the background. I think he's taking a nap. We won't tell him we heard him. Okay. And I have automatic dog bowls. You may hear that in the background. Sometimes you end up getting extra that came off, and sometimes you end up just kind of tucking it in. I got a little extra, not much. See, that came off. Sometimes I'll prefer doing this after it's on. That way it kind of sets on the nail. And same thing with your cuticle. Sometimes if you kind of tuck it in, it kind of tucks underneath the cuticle. That's when I tend to mess up, though, is when I try to take care of this too early. I think I'm better off if I kind of wait and let it sit, because sometimes it's a little fragile right now. But I want to show y'all what I do. Oh, I like that. What do you think? Okay, let's take this other strip and see if it's long enough for my other nail so far. So you notice if I use one strip for 2 nails, I only need 5 strips. That leaves, out of 16 out of 5, that leaves 11 strips left over. Those are nice to have. I can actually put them on my toes. I could share, you could get together with a friend and both of y'all share a manicure. Or you can try to save it by resealing it. It's not company guaranteed to reset it. Seal it. In fact, they don't really like us to talk about it much, because they're afraid that somebody's going to get a hold of a resealed one and have a bad experience. I do ask that you don't give resealed ones to your friends, because I want your friends to have a fresh set to get the best set. Although I have used plenty of resealed ones and I don't think I've ever had any problems. Sometimes they seem like they go on better. See, I'm kind of poking that down. Sometimes you can just use the cuticle stick to kind of rub it down too. They're also nice to have. Yes, they do real well, but every once in a while you may do something to kind of mess up a nail. Maybe use your nails for things that they're not supposed to, and it just kind of messes up the nail. So, or if you want to freshen up your nails, you can take out your sets and do a second layer, and it kind of rejuvenates the nails, make them sparkly again. If there's any wore edges, it'll kind of cover that up. There we go. I have 6 nails done. I have 4 more left. Okay, this one may be a little big. We'll see. If it's a little big, sometimes I just trim the edges with scissors before I put it on. Or another thing you can do is just kind of go from one edge to the other, and that way you don't have to worry about it. So I might start over here, because that's where the heart is, and lay it down and go over. Actually, I think it's about right. See, as I said, I usually tend to undersize. It's going to be a little bit extra there, because that way I don't have to worry about excess. Other people like it like it all the way to the edge, and they will actually put a bigger strip on and then clean it off, because they want it to completely cover. That's something else you can do if you have a hard time placing it, is just use a large strip. I would let it sit there for a while before I cleaned it up, but do a large strip and completely cover your nail, maybe on both sides. Do all of your nails, and then go back and clean it up. And I say that because that way it sets a little bit to your nail. If you're ever putting these on and they just don't seem pliable enough, they may be a little cold, stick unused strips under your leg or in your back pocket so that it can have body heat to warm it up, and that way they'll be a little bit more pliable. If they seem overly sticky, they may be a little warm. Maybe leave them out for a little bit and then put them back on. If you ever have problems, let me know. Be sure and save your package. Take a picture of any problem you have, and we'll see what we can do. Color Street works with us real well. I'm hoping I'm not taking it off the camera here. But Color Street is very generous, and they want you to be happy. But let me know. Take a picture of the set and also take a picture of the name and lot number on the back, because they'll need that information. So save your package and take a picture, and then I'll go from there. And if you could send both of those pictures to me on your phone, message them to me or whatever, then I will get back with Color Street. See, there's a little bit on my skin. You can either use your thumbnail, which is I tend to use, or you can use your cuticle stick. And I usually press down on my skin and kind of perforate it and then push it away. Along with the drying time, since it does take a little while to dry, we don't recommend that you soak them in your hands in water right away, not do anything real strenuous right away. Now, I can do anything I needed to do. If my grandbabies were over here, I could change their diapers in the middle of this. If you have kids and have a baby screaming, you can kind of lay them down and go on. I would probably set something over the nails to kind of keep the air out of them, so that they're not drying out on you, because they do start to dry out. But you could probably just lay something on them to kind of keep them airtight, and then go from there. Okay, I'm liking these. I really am. Okay, now my thumb, and I always use the next to the biggest strip on my thumbs. The biggest strip I use when I do my toes. I take this, and let me show you kind of what I do. Let's pretend this is it. I peel the plastic off. At this point, I would take my scissors and cut it in half. And then by cutting it in half, I can just stick one on each of my big toes without having to manipulate it a lot. But I'm going to put it on my finger, so I'm not going to do that. Now my thumbs are one of the longest nails, so let's see if I can use, I may have to use 2 strips for this. There we go. I like where it's at, so I'll pressure it down. Now, kind of watch the nail art and the non-glitters. Some people have problems. I don't have problems, but some people do have problems with them buckling at the edge. Oh, shoot, I just tore that strip. We'll see what I can do. I got too rambunctious. I bet I can still use it. And then, I think one thing that I do that helps keep it from buckling is I kind of smooth it around it. I don't know. Every once in a while I have problems, but not very often. At that time, if you just kind of, a good trick to use is use your alcohol strip and kind of use it to smooth it down. I always say squeegee it around. Okay, there we go. Got that one. Let's see what this strip will do. I don't even know if it's long enough anyway. We'll see. I tore it right down the edge right there, but it might be all right. Let's see what it does. I don't think I tore it completely in half. It may not even be long enough, so it may not make a difference. It's kind of sticky. Let's see. It's going to be barely long enough. Okay, I got it on there, even though it kind of split a little bit. I want to kind of rub it around. Maybe it'll edge together. I think it is. Looky there. Even though I tore it, it's still working. How about that? But it's right at the edge. I may even have to use my nail file to kind of file that nail off a little bit. But I'll leave it for a couple days. Okay. See, I hate using my thumbnails because even though they're 95% dry, I'm just leery that I'm going to mess them up. Now, there's some people I've heard that do their thumbs first because they want their thumbs to be perfect. I wouldn't be able to do that because I hesitate to use my thumb. I'm afraid they're going to kind of stick together. Okay, there we go. I'm hoping y'all are seeing all this. Okay, there we go. Now, as I said, we're talking about putting them in water. You don't want to put them in water. You may not want to go wash the dishes right away. You may not want to take a shower. A lot of people put them on and then go to bed. But guess what? You won't wake up with sheet marks like you do nail polish because they're great. I put these on a lot of times in the car while my husband's driving when we're going somewhere. My husband and I square dance, so a lot of times I'll put these on while we're on our way to a dance. Dadgummit, sometimes it goes over bumps, so it makes it hard. But anyway, these are the nails, and I really like them. I'm going to take at least one or two of these glittery ones and put it on top and make a few of them glittery. Maybe not all of them, but a few of them. Cut that edge off. Let's see, I got some leftover strips from before. Let me grab those out first. And that may not completely cover my nail, but it'll give a little bit of glitter. I'll use the little one on here, and y'all get to see what it does. I want to do the little one first, because if it makes it too, covers up the decoration too much, it's just my little one. So again, look at all this debris down here. That's why I like the paper towel. It makes cleanup easy. Take the plastic off. Pull the silver tab. This is Tiny and Shiny, and it's kind of a clear glitter. It's slight pink, but a little clear. There we go. Oh, I love it. See, I like glitter. I like sparkles. That adds just a little bit of sparkle. I think it's a must. And the thing about this, I think if it didn't completely cover your nail, it's not a big deal because it'll give that sparkle. So even if this is, your nails are on the wider than mine, I think the Tiny and Shiny as an overlay will work real good. And I should have used that other strip because now the clear strips, you do want to be a little bit careful with fingerprints underneath because sometimes it will make a difference. If you're doing a French tip, you might not want to put a lot of fingerprints underneath because you know how the oils from your skin. I like that. I'm going to keep going. Y'all can keep watching if you want. I got to get it done. I want to get it done anyway so y'all can watch, or you can sign off. But that way you get more chance. I really like that glitter. We used to have a set called Singapore Chic, and that reminds me, the glitter on that reminds me of the Singapore Chic. And this solid is a lot like At the Plaza. So I think if you took At the Plaza and put Tiny and Shiny over it, it would be just like Singapore Chic. Okay, let me get these out before I get these messed up with my trash. And I'll seal those up later. If I'm doing my own nails, I'll actually stick all that not on camera. I'll actually stick all these extras back in the strip while I'm doing my nails so that they don't dry off. This is my second smallest nail, so I'll do that next. I don't think it matters too much. A lot of these strips are about the same size, except for the tiniest one. And they're like that because little kids have tiny nails. Although, you can actually use some of if you save your smallest strips, you can use some of your leftover strips and do your kids' nails with them. Oops, do this then. There we go, over top. That glitter overlay will actually make it a little more durable too. Glitters are more durable than solids. And as I say, I speak about solids mainly from what everybody else has said because I have not used solids much. I did use Neon Pink, Neon Nevada, which was a neon pink. Oh, and I loved it. And I didn't have any problems with it. Even with the little problems people have, it's still better than regular nail polish. Because You can get up and answer the door, answer the phone call, and you won't mess up your nails. You can go to the bathroom. All of those things that you worry about when you have wet polish. How many times have you thought your nails were dry and went to do something and looked down and your nail is smudged? Isn't that frustrating? Okay, that's a little bit bigger one, so I'm going to put that on my middle finger. So this is the second time I've used Tiny and Shiny. Now, the price of the nails, if you have not heard, the solids are $11. The glitter are $12. The nail art and glitter art are $13. All of those nails are buy 3, get 1 free. So if you order online, be sure and put that 4th set in your basket so you will get your free set. If you don't put it in there, Color Street will assume that you didn't want the free set and won't give it to you. So make sure you put it in there. And you can't call them up and say help, put that other set in there. It won't work. So make sure you do it at the beginning. The French tip, they're $14 supposedly, but they are buy 1 get 1 free. So they actually come out to be $7 a piece. Where can you get your nails done that cheap? I really like the glitter to that. See, that a lot of people won't even file their nails until an hour or so later, but any extras on my nails bugs me, and I keep seeing extras pieces. After I get done, I'll file them. Oh, look at that. I love that glitter on there. I hope y'all can see it. Oops, I need to do something. My camera's about ready to go out. Up, there you go. Okay, let me plug. Now, I think I've got time to finish it. If not, it'll cut out, but it'll be all right. Okay. No, I want to see if I can plug it in. Sorry about that, guys. Most of you probably seen what you want to see anyway. Hopefully it'll plug in. Okay. And if you have not tried Color Street, let me know. If you want a sample, I will send you a sample. It's a 2-strip sample that you can put on with, you can cover 2 or 4 of your nails, depending on how long your nails are, and paint the rest with regular nail polish, and you'll get to see the difference. Let's see. I think I want to use that one for my ring finger. Since it's just a little bit of glitter, if it doesn't go all the way to the edge, no one's going to know. Whoops, got so much trash down here. Okay. This is my longer nail. I want to kind of come out from the edge a little bit. Okay, rub it side to side. So, you see some of my nails are shorter than the others. That's because I have problems with them. My nails tend to chip and peel, but again, they're better than they have been with Color Street. A lot of people recommend that you give your nails a rest. I actually find that I'm better off putting another set of nails on right away, because if I don't, they start peeling, and then I start peeling at them because they're there. I'm just going to put that on the edge. It won't be completely glittery, but glittery enough. There we go. I don't think anybody will notice that it doesn't go all the way to the cuticle. And I'm going to just tuck that in, and then I'll file it off later. There we go. How's that? Okay, my thumbs. Let's see what we can do with those thumbs. Okay, I think I want to use that one. It's a little bit narrow, but I think that'll do fine. And I'll probably have to use 2 strips for my thumbs because these are, the petite are narrow, are smaller, thin, not as long. There. We also have available Clear as Day. And if you're real hard on your nails, you might think of that. That is a clear strip. And it's like a Color Street top coat. See, that one's not long enough, so I'm not going to do anything with it. Da-da. It's like a Color Street top coat. So, and some people ask about using a nail polish top coat. Use at your own risk. Some of them do well, some of them do not react well to the Color Street product. But it's a trial and error message. If you're interested in it, let me know, and I'll tell you some products that I've heard that's real good. But not all of them are. The Clear as Day actually comes with 2 packages of 16, so you get 32 strips for the $10. But it's less than $10 because they're buy 3, get 1 free. So you get twice as many strips. There we go. A little bit of glitter, a little bit of heart, a little bit of neutral, and I'm in love. What do y'all think? I like it. Adding the Clear as Day, the heart doesn't pop out as much, but it's still there, and not adding the Tiny and Shiny. So what I'll do is I'll take any extra strips I have and stick them in their sleeve. And if I need to use it for an accent nail or to repair a nail, I will have them. A lot of times I'll take this cuticle stick and kind of help put it in there. That opens up the package and lets me slide that in there. So I'll slide it all the way in. I'll usually shake it down, and then I'll use my food saver and seal it off. If you don't have a food saver, you can use a flat iron, a hair iron. I'm not for sure if you can use an iron or not. I haven't heard. I think people have used it, but I'm not for sure of the plastic on it. But it's real durable plastic, so I think it would be fine. Now, on these strips, I usually have to tear 1 or 2 of them off. This is the whole set of 8, so I'll have to tear off the end one so I have enough to seal it. Use my cuticle stick or some scissors to open up the sleeve and slip them in there. That makes it a little bit easier to put them in because it kind of opens up the sleeves and gives you something to slide it on. And the cuticle stick slid in there. Da-da-da-da. You can use that, or you can use your scissors, or get it like a table knife. Oh, I got an extra strip. The clear covering got in there, but that's all right. I'm not going to worry about it. Stick that all the way in because I want enough room to seal the top. Take the other extras and stick them in. I usually stick them backwards, that way I can see what they are. Stick them in. And then I save it up. That way, if you want just a little accent nail to go with something, or if you want to repair a nail, you got it. You could almost use at the Plaza, which is about the same color as this, I think, and then just use 1 or 2 and just have 1 finger with hearts on it, or 1 finger with the EKG. Anyway, this is a foundation set. $2 from each set sold will go to, ask if you want questions on which organizations, let me know. I had them written down the other day, and I don't know where it is. But it's Children's Health and Women's Health. With Women's Heart and Children's Heart. And so the $2 from each set goes towards them. And this is called Helping Hearts. They're still available online. They're a limited edition for February and a little bit beyond. It depends on how long they last. But $2 of each set will go to Women's Heart and Children's Heart. This one is Tiny and Shiny. This is the second time I've used it, and I got 4 strips left. So I will put that up too. Anyway, y'all have a great day. Thanks for joining me. I'm in love. Bye.